Hey guys, Damien here. Just got back from Korea participating in the 2022 World Summit and Think Tank Forum. A bunch of amazing events. Was able to meet a bunch of amazing people, but especially the 4 times I was able to hear True Mother's words from me was the highlight. And on the last day we met with her and she asked us to reflect on her speech, in particular the victory celebration speech, but essentially all of her speeches, as well as the 13th of February. She asked us to reflect on on her words, pray on them deeply, understand them, and offer our testimony to her before we left Korea. She said, write your reflection in great detail. She said it a couple of times. Make sure it is in great detail and move my heart. And so I was able to write a letter to Mother before I left Korea. And this message today is going to be my letter to Mother, reading it to you. But I actually want you to do the same, read or watch Mother's message again and again and consider offering your reflection of Mother's word. And I hope that you can find some meaning in my reflection also. But honestly, I feel like this is a good way to illustrate the heart with which I communicate to her, or the kind of heart I try to convey to our True Mother. Now, this is just, 3-4 pages, but I could write much more and go much longer. It's just I didn't have enough time before I had to get on the plane. So I will read this to you. And again, it was on February 16. Mother held a special meeting and her concluding words were to offer her a reflection. So this is my reflection. Dear True Mother, thank you for giving us the opportunity to offer our reflections on your speech given at the victory celebration on February 15, 2022. We were later encouraged by IHQ to include our response to your other speeches as well. I have stayed in Korea an extra day to reflect and pray on what True Mother has said and done over the last several days. First and foremost, I am amazed at how strategically our top leaders have been mobilized by True Mother to prepare the environment for such fruits to be born. It is truly exciting to see the miracles of heaven unfolding around us. At the same time, I can never forget True Mother's words when she said that when blessed families fulfill their responsibilities, miracles will occur. Because our members are the fruit of True Parents' lifetime investment, I want to offer my deep appreciation to our worldwide members, whose dedication has certainly played a substantial role, not only in their own lives, but I like to believe that their efforts are also conditions for these tremendous world-level events through their love for True Parents, their Chombo efforts, their prayers and donations for the sake of the Providence. I know that our members in Asia wish they could do more and more to support your victories because they have such filial pride in our beloved and most beautiful True Mother. It feels like True Mother is opening up the sky with such grace and gently painting the original picture of humanity with her heavenly brush that has the power not only to move mountains, but move entire nations. At the same time, True Mother is guiding us to be like her, to break through whatever shackles of winter are trying to hold us back and blossom like a field of daffodils alongside her. True Mother is imploring us to boldly declare our conviction, to speak strongly about her identity, and even to reveal our own identity with confidence, especially in this year of the Black Tiger. When I reflect on the 4 times I was able to hear True Mother speak, this time I feel like I'm reflecting on the masterful symphony with 4 movements. There is a musical language that ties them all together with familiar flourishes and motifs repeated in slightly different yet harmonious keys, hinting to deeper underlying meanings. True Mother has repeatedly referenced the fact that heaven has waited arduously for 60 years, and that had Christianity welcomed true parents, the wedding would have been tremendously victorious. Christianity's 2,000-year history was the preparation for the advent of true parents. But more specifically, it has been stated several times that the purpose of the 2,000-year period of Christianity was to find God's only begotten daughter. And on True Parents' birthday, True Mother mentioned that Christianity was supposed to be looking for one person in particular. Even though they were preparing for the advent of true parents, there was one person they were supposed to be looking for in particular. True Mother asked us the question, who was that person? When I hear such words, I feel True Mother calling out to us to see if we understand in our hearts what True Mother is actually saying. That is why from within the very center of this masterful symphony of True Mother's words, there is one sentence that has been stirring in my heart for days. And it is from your opening statement at the victory celebration. True Mother said, if the truth had been completely revealed in 1962, the last year of the Black Tiger, there would have been no opposition from Christianity. However, that did not happen. 60 years have passed. End quote. These words have been beating like a prayer in my heart. True Mother did not say if the truth was revealed, for indeed truth was revealed. True Mother said that if the truth had been completely revealed. Although Mother is talking about the past which cannot be changed, True Mother's words are deep and purposeful, and I must reflect on their deeper meaning. When True Mother is describing heaven's heart, which has been patiently waiting for 60 years, I understand that to mean that True Mother has been waiting silently for all this time. If we were waiting 2,000 years to meet God's only begotten daughter, who was born in 1943 and was married in 1960, we should have listened to God's only begotten daughter and followed her guidance from that time. Why did we allow for heaven to toil for 60 years? Why couldn't we recognize God's only begotten daughter 60 years ago? How deeply has our beloved True Mother been holding the most precious jewels of heaven deep, like the vast ocean that touches all part of the globe and has the power to wash away all things, yet holds still, covering its deep waters where no man can go and no one can reach. But the truth has now been revealed for those who have ears to hear. And somehow, even Christian leaders who were timid before come close into the embrace of our True Mother's love. The leaders of the world come to you like children. The advent of true parents is upon us, and such incredible work has been accomplished throughout the last 60 years. And yet, it is our beloved True Mother who opened Foundation Day and declared the advent of our Heavenly Parent. Just like the bulb of a daffodil that already contains the final and perfect image of the flower lay beneath the ground during the winter, waiting for the right environment to penetrate the soil with steadfast confidence to reveal its beauty. This is just one way we can perhaps reflect upon the miracle of our True Mother's existence, which has been hidden in plain sight, right in front of our eyes all this time. My very first memory of True Mother was in the grand ballroom of the New Yorker Hotel on God's Day, 1996. That is when this lost orphan sat before you. True Father was mesmerizing everyone with tremendous stories, and True Mother was sitting silently. I remember thinking, what is she thinking? What would she say? I did not know. I was completely ignorant. But now, when I think back, I imagine that True Mother's mind and thoughts were constant then as they are now. As I can see from the pages of her life story, True Mother's earliest memories and experiences, True Mother's earliest words and thoughts, and True Mother's words and accomplishments today all travel in a straight and unobstructed line, from beginning to end and back to the beginning. Because of this, it is like eternity rests in your hands. That is why whenever True Mother enters the room, time stops. And yet time marches on at the same time. Like the Alpha and Omega, it is as if the very existence of True Mother was in the heart of God before the creation of the universe. True Mother sees what the world should look like and how humanity should live joyfully in attendance to Heavenly Parent. True Mother can see the future because she was one with that image that was already designed in the heart of God from the very beginning. Of course, True Parents, the design of True Parents was designed in the heart from the very beginning. This was the blueprint upon which all of creation, all of the universe was designed. I had once reported to you that in prayer, it was revealed to me that True Mother was heaven's best kept secret. Because somehow, even though throughout the last 60 years of True Parents Advent, even our most ardent members did not know the full nature of the first and only embodiment of God's daughter. For the first time in 6,000 years, we are living in the era of the first daughter of God. And because our True Mother is completely victorious, there will be no need for another 2,000 years of waiting for a second coming of God's only begotten daughter. Because of the victory of True Mother's Advent, True Parents Advent could be completed. And it was our True Mother who planted her staff in the ground and declared Foundation Day. In that brief moment, for the first time in history, the clock stopped. The calendars were reset and a new history began. And from that moment, True Mother began not only to untangle the complications of the last 60 years, but simultaneously the last 6,000 years. And like a great and mighty ocean that cannot be stopped, the love of our True Mother embraces the world with 1,000% confidence that Heavenly Parent's full expression of love and ideal will now absolutely come to pass. And to us, the leaders, to whom our True Mother beckons to become like new wineskins, my intuition tells me that many of us assume quickly that we know what that means, and yet we do not necessarily know. As it is common for knowledgeable people to hear the term new wineskin and understand it perfectly, but also perfectly fail to actually apply it. It is more than just an expression to keep an open mind. It is almost as if to say, be ready to forget everything you know. When I watch the effect that True Mother has upon the world leaders, both religious and civic, It sometimes appears that they are quicker to adjust to the meaning of True Mother's providential significance even more than we ourselves are able to, even though we have known and received the love of our true parents for decades. My prayer and my wife's prayer is to understand the essence of True Mother's heart. For therein I know that heaven will guide us, and therein we will find our own true identity also. This is the identity that we must boldly declare, for we will be one with our true mother. Dearest, beloved true mother, you have stated clearly that it is our duty to make our heavenly parents' dream come true on earth. All people and all nations should become one and fulfill our responsibility to return this world to its original state. True Mother is investing everything for the sake of future generations. And even though she should be resting, she is investing everything because our True Mother realizes the value of each and every day on earth. When I see how True Mother is conducting the Providence through the World Summits, the think tank forums, the rallies of hope, when Mother gives directions about America's responsibility and Europe's responsibility and the work that must be done with the nations of Russia and China and so on, I feel like True Mother is looking down lovingly upon the world and rearranging everything into its proper order. And True Mother does this with such grace and beauty. True Mother mentioned that the three leading figures of the early American church, which were also women, and now also True Parents sent leaders from Europe to help at that time. True Mother also mentioned Linda, the American sister who had an Oriental air and later married Mark Brand. True Mother mentioned the confidence with which Mark Brand witnessed to Barroso. But first, she mentioned Mark Brand's wife, Linda. I felt True Mother was connecting to the importance of women leaders and showing us the connections that have now flourished through the example of Barroso. True Mother is repeatedly encouraging us now to speak with 100% confidence, as is symbolized by the meaning of the year of the Black Tiger, and has gifted us with beautiful neckties and scarves as gifts to remind and implore our high-level guests to work together for the Providence. True Mother asked us to offer our reflections before we leave, and I have offered only a portion of what was in my heart in response to this incredible symphony of truth and love we have received. But I believe I should do as True Mother asked me to do, to repeatedly read her words, keep them in my heart, and let them blossom new life within my soul, that I may be continually reawakened, reborn, and redeemed by our True Mother's love. True Mother, I will make this year the year in which I speak the truth even more boldly. I will confidently, clearly, and lovingly declare the true identity of our True Mother, as well as my own identity as a son of Heavenly Parent and True Parents. I shall encourage all members to continually deepen their internal awareness of True Mother's unique value, to raise the vibration of their love for our beloved True Mother and become absolutely one with her. I believe that any person that can recalibrate their hearts and minds to be one with you will be a great instrument of heaven and will do mighty works on behalf of true parents for the sake of a heavenly unified world and a heavenly unified Korea. Please excuse all parts of my reflection which are lacking. But at the same time, I too long for my True Mother to be proud of me. I can say this only because I truly know that anything I have that is of value is not of my doing, but it is the grace of our Heavenly Parent and True Parents. But somehow I must say that more than anything else in the universe, and more than anything throughout eternity, it is my beloved true mother to whom I owe all my heart and all my thanks, and to whom I owe the glory. I thank our Heavenly Parent that I can be alive at this time to behold our true mother's beauty, and at least in small part work together with her. There is nothing more that our ancestors and descendants could be proud of more than this. I pray that I will be worthy of this grace. Now I return to Thailand to see my family and our beloved members. I will strive to continually pour our true mother's love like water upon the daffodil bulbs that our Heavenly Parent has sown. There can be no endeavor more important than this, for it is true mother's love and wisdom that is reorganizing humankind back into the ideal garden of beauty that was envisioned in the heart of our Heavenly Parent from before the time of creation. Thank you, beloved true mother. We love you so very, very, very much. We love you, true mother. Thank you, Damien and Yumiko Dunkley. So those were the 4 pages of reflection that I offered to True Mother before I left. I did not try to structure an academic regurgitation of everything that happened. Dr. Yoon gave a wonderful report on all of the events on the victory celebration, which you should refer to. All of the incredible speakers and VIPs, heads of state and former heads of state, offered their words. Actually, every single event that I participated in, you also participated in live, or you can rewatch. Apart from this one morning, having coffee with Mother on the last day where she asked us to offer our reflection. Of course, she said a few other things that I'll share with you later. But the point is, true parents have already revealed so much. And I believe over the last 7 years, 8 years, over the last 2 years, even over the last 2 months, and especially over the last 2 weeks, Mother has been hinting at things, revealing things, uncovering things, layer by layer. But like I mentioned, almost you have to hear the echoes of the little musical flourishes and motifs that repeat throughout the symphony. And yet, if you just listen with normal mind or with normal wineskin, it just sounds like things we've heard before. But if you also read True Mother's words, watch her deliver them, watch how she pauses. What is the emotion? What is the context? What does she say and not say? I've told you many times, even how I read True Mother's book, that's how I try to reflect upon it. And please understand, my words are incomplete. My understanding is really incomplete. My words are not enough. You should not take my words as the gospel. But I share with you every week from True Mother's book, and this time from, my personal letter to True Mother, because I'm simply trying to be a model of relationship. And there's many of you that may have much deeper understanding, even closer relationship with True Mother. I'm not saying I have the closest, but because of the position that I hold, I seek to do my best to try and convey the true essence of what I relate to with True Mother in my heart. And it's not to say that it's all correct and true, but it's the best that I can do with the short time that I've given. So I hope you can definitely receive heaven's grace through Mother's words and reflect on it over your PeaceNet meetings. And also perhaps I hope you can find something from the words I've shared with you today. With that, I announce my return to Asia Pacific 1. I'm with you, and it was an incredible experience I had in Korea. There's many more experiences that I have to be careful about how much I can reveal, but of course I was able to have a lot of skin touch time with amazing people. But the most amazing person was our true mother. The most important speeches were delivered by true mother. And the most important meaning was delivered by true mother and perhaps hinted at by true mother. And it is our responsibility to pray upon it, to meditate upon it, to reflect upon it, and share our reflection of it. The most important thing you can do, brothers and sisters, is catch the essence of what heaven is trying to say to us today. So with that, I offer you a wonderful day, have a great week, and until next time, thank you, and God bless you.